Hi folks, I'm Broken Arrow Mayor Craig Thurmond.
And I'm City Manager Michael Spurgeon.
In the light of the COVID-19 pandemic that we're facing right now, we wanted to update you on everything that we're doing to make sure Broken Arrow remains safe and secure. Rest assured, we have the best interests of everyone in the city in mind, and we will get through this together. To start, I want to let everyone know we have been in daily communications with the Tulsa County Health Department since the pandemic began. We also are constantly working with our counterparts in other communities across the metro area, as well as state and federal governments for the latest information and actions we should be taking. Yesterday, the governor issued an executive order enacting a Safer at Home initiative statewide. The order requests senior residents, generally those who are 65 and older, individuals who are vulnerable or have pre-existing conditions, to stay in their homes until April 30th. The only reason our seniors and vulnerable population should leave their home is for essential trips, such as groceries, prescriptions, gas, or medical care. The CDC also recommends those restrictions to anyone with chronic lung disease, moderate to severe asthma, serious heart conditions, and people with certain medical conditions including diabetes, renal failure, liver disease, or severe obesity. Pregnant women should be monitored, although data on COVID-19 has not shown increased risk at this time. The governor's order also closes non-essential businesses in counties affected by COVID-19. Business types specifically mentioned include bars, hair, nail, and tanning salons, gyms, theaters, massage parlors, tattoo parlors, and museums. Restaurants may continue to remain open for pickup and delivery. I'd like to point out that the governor's order is very consistent with the emergency proclamation regarding the pandemic the city issued last Thursday, March 19th. According to the executive order, businesses must comply by midnight tonight, March 25th. At this time, I'm going to ask Michael to talk about essential and non-essential businesses in our community.
Thank you, Mayor. We know that as a result of the governor's executive order that there's going to be a lot of questions regarding businesses within our community. Most importantly, people want to know if they're considered essential or non-essential and whether or not they're going to be able to remain open or will temporarily have to close. The first point I would like to make is that the city has established a website regarding COVID-19, and on that website you'll be able to find two links. The website address that you can go to is brokenarrowok.gov/coronavirus. Once again, at this website, which is brokenarrowok.gov/coronavirus, you will find two links. The first link is a memorandum that outlines what they call critical infrastructure, which is essentially the businesses that can remain open. The second link is a part of the governor's executive order amendment, which it lists additional businesses that will be able to remain open. Now, after you've had a chance to look at both of those links, there may be some businesses that are going to have additional questions with regard to whether they can stay open and or how they can operate. And we want to make sure that we help you get the questions that you have answered. And so for the last couple of days, the administration has been working very closely with the Broken Arrow Chamber of Commerce and the EDC to work through the questions that businesses are going to have with respect to whether they have to close temporarily or what they could do to be able to stay open. Because obviously the goal of the mayor and the council, the Chamber of Commerce, and the EDC is to have as many of our businesses remain open, keeping in mind that we have to make sure that the health of our community and the metropolitan area is the number one concern. So what I wanted to tell you secondly is this, is that after you've looked at the website and looked at the links, if you still have questions, you can contact the city at 918-259-6512. Once again, that number is 918-259-6512. You can contact this number. We're going to be asking you some questions specifically about the name of your business, the type of business that you're in, the number of employees that work for you, and how you interact with your customers, and so we can be able to provide you with a response to your questions. In addition to being able to call, we want to make available online. You can go to info@brokenarrowok.gov. Once again, that's info@brokenarrowok.gov. And what's going to happen is I've established a team made up of city employees as well as the Chamber of Commerce to look at these questions, and then we're going to evaluate them based on the information that's been provided by the governor, and then we're going to get back to the individual that contacted us with a decision on whether or not you would be in compliance and could remain open, or unfortunately you might have to temporarily close. We also may have some suggestions on things you might be able to do to remain open. And so we want to make sure that we have a one-stop shop, and so we're asking everybody to once again either contact us at the number that I provided, which I'll repeat again, that's 918-259-6512, or you can contact us via our website and the email, which is info@brokenarrowok.gov. The other thing I want to mention is that obviously keeping as many of our businesses open, but we certainly have to balance the health concerns that we're currently facing that's at this time. So this time I'll turn it back over to the mayor.
Thank you, Michael. The governor's order limits social gatherings to 10 people or less. This would include on-site church worship services. This is necessary to limit social gatherings of less than 10. We know that several of our churches have already done this, and they've gone online and they're doing that. So they've already taken this to heart and are helping people out. The governor's order also restricts visitors to nursing homes, retirement, and long-term care facilities. Folks, if you have a loved one in one of these facilities, I would encourage you to reach out to that facility and inquire about how you can contact your loved one and stay in communication with them. Next, the order suspends elective surgeries, minor medical procedures, and non-emergency dental procedures for the next 2 weeks to reserve needed medical supplies for the COVID-19 response. Now let me ask Michael to address city parks and facilities.
Thank you, Mayor. With regard to our parks and facilities, I am pleased to report at this time is that all of our outdoor parks are going to remain open. This includes our golf courses, I should say, both public and private, as well as our dog park. We're asking everybody, as a part of our ability to keep things open right now, is that we respect social distancing and that we do not violate the governor's order of 10 or more people gathering. For example, a lot of folks at this time of year like to get out and play basketball. Obviously that creates a lot of folks that are playing. We'd ask you to basically to keep in mind the fact that we can't have more than 10 people playing. We will actually, the police department will be actually doing as a part of the patrols going through our parks and making sure that there is compliance with the governor's directive to make sure that there's no more than 10 folks gathering at one particular time. I would also like to mention, consistent with the proclamation that was issued by the mayor with the support of the city council last week, is that our indoor facilities remain closed. This includes the community centers at Central and Nienhaus parks, as well as Ray Harrell Nature Center. Mayor, that's all I have to report on the parks at this time.
Thank you, Michael. During this unprecedented event, the state approved a revision regarding open meetings to allow for video conferencing, live streaming of our meetings if we choose. We are looking at that possibility, and if necessary, we'll put out more information on our website. I'd like Michael to update us on some news regarding city operations.
Thank you, Mayor. You know, folks, last 3 or 4 days specifically, my staff and myself have been really focusing on one most important thing, and that is developing business continuity plans, operational plans, so that we can continue to provide you the essential services as your local government. You know, we do have an emergency operation plan, and we've been working with Jamie Ott, our emergency management coordinator, to stay within the guidelines that we have with our plan. Folks, I have to tell you, we've had to make some adjustments in the way that we operate. For example, we have a number of employees that are currently working remote, just like in the private sector. We have staggered our shifts to be able to continue to provide those services, but I can tell you that we're getting a lot of calls, and because of the social distancing and the other regulations that we are trying to stay within right now, some of our responsive times that we normally, which I think we're very, very good at, maybe a little slower than you could usually expect. And so I wanted to mention that. And also to let you know is that if you do need the city, there are a couple ways that you can contact us. Obviously, you can call us at our general number, but I also want to point out this is an opportunity to remind everybody that most city services, such as pothole repairs, code violations, if you have an inoperative street light or any other type of non-emergency problem, you can actually get on our Action Center, which is actioncenterba.com, and you can report that problem, and then it will be sent to the appropriate department for them to take a look at and follow up. If you don't have this mobile app, you can download it by going to the Apple or Android centers on your mobile phone and just look for what I have right here is Action Center Broken Arrow in either the Apple Store or the Google Play once again. I also want to let everybody know is that we are working very hard to provide updates as we get them from the Tulsa County Health Department, as the mayor mentioned, from the state or the federal government regarding COVID-19. And as a result, as I mentioned earlier, we do have a web page that you can get information. Once again, that is available. You can go to brokenarrowok.gov/coronavirus. That is brokenarrowok.gov/coronavirus, and you can get information that you may need to be able to keep yourself informed with regard to what's going on with this pandemic. I also want to mention is that we would encourage folks to be able to pay any charges that you may have to the city. For example, utilities, you can make those payments online. We also have drop boxes at City Hall or the municipal court for your convenience during the pandemic. That's all I have to report, Mayor.
Thank you, Michael. I really want to thank city staff for all the work that they put into this. It's been day and night they've been working. I want to thank Trevor Dennis for what he's done, and our city attorney, and Michael and his department has really done a lot of work to stay on top of this. It's been something that you've done a lot of work on. The citizens aren't probably aware of how much time is spent. But we do want to encourage everyone to take the advice of the CDC and state and county health departments seriously. Folks, these are unprecedented times. It's going to be a challenge for all of us. Please check on your neighbors, especially our seniors. Also, I know it's tough right now, but please continue to support our local businesses. If we all continue to follow the guidelines, we will get through this together. Please continue to look for information on the city's website, and feel free to reach out to your city councilors, whose information is also available online. So in the meantime, stay safe and take care. Thank you.